My guests today are Michael and Joanna Crane, two co-founders behind Foodie, Philanthropy, a 501c3 nonprofit that has the mission of bringing together like-minded foodies in support of philanthropic causes. So Michael and Joanna, thanks for your time.
Thanks for having us, Edward.
You have a fun background story on how this all started. Don't tell us about it.
Yeah, back we moved to China from Washington, D.C. Originally out here from Fort Worth. But at the end, I worked at the embassy there in China. At the end of it, was looking around to get involved and do something, and kind of had this idea. I'd gone to a lot of gala dinners, big dinners, and really started like, where does that money go? How does it get to the charities? What does that look like? And what I kind of have termed like inefficient fundraising. There's a lot of overhead that goes into events. You also, at some of those events, restaurants get hit up all the time for gift certificates that go on the table, and it might be worth $100. Well, no one was ever going to pay more than that than their certificate's worth. So all of that kind of came together in what we called Cheer Fun for Charity. Cheer Fun means to eat in Chinese, and so the idea kind of came together of what if we asked chefs for, or restaurants for a gift certificate for a table of 10. I was really making this up as we went along,
On the fly.
as we were talking about, et cetera, on the fly, and said, what if I ask for a table of 10 or a gift certificate, but I'm going to tell the restaurants the night they're used, but we'll do it all on the same night. And that first year in China, I had a goal of 10 restaurants. We got 16, and then went to 32 to 44, and I think it's in the 60s now. We aren't really, we moved back here in 2014, set this up in 2015, and it's continued to grow in that same way.
Explain how the concept works. If I want to participate, what is this going to look like?
So the concept is the restaurants donate a table of 10. Our event is on February 24th in 2024. And then we find table hosts who will invite their friends, colleagues, family to join them for a meal on that night. We sell the table to them, and then all of those proceeds go straight to the charity.
Okay, cool. And the chefs are kind of doing stuff that's unique, or is it kind of just like what they're known for? What's happened in the past?
Our ask of the chefs is that it's a minimum of 3 courses with wine or alcohol pairings. What we found is that Fort Worth has an amazing culinary community, and the chefs get a little competitive, and so we have restaurants that go above and beyond. Some of the restaurants want to create a tasting menu. They want to try some things out that they're thinking about adding to their menu. Some of them go crazy with the number of courses. Kevin Martinez at Tokyo Cafe is famous for the year he did 13 courses.
Wow.
Taco Heads is one that's always talked about because one year they did a taco tequila flight. So they had 5 different tacos with 5 different tequila pairings.
Those people had a great time.
They get creative and do some fun things. One year we hosted at a steak restaurant, walked in fully anticipating we were going to have a steak meal, and the chef said, nope, I cook steak every day, and I wanted to do something totally different. And we had an amazing experience.
Okay, cool. This year your charity partner is the James L. West Center for Dementia Care. Tell us about this group, and how did you choose them as your partner?
We are super excited to have James L. West as our beneficiary this year. There is a process that the charities go through to be selected. There's an application that they have to submit. We have a charity selection committee. The charities go through a public vote. So we have a social media public vote where they try to get all of their supporters to rally around them and show support and say, hey, we're here for this vote. We're also going to be there the night of the event. And then the charity selection committee takes the application, the public vote, and there's a full rubric of things that we're looking for. This is kind of unique for us. We've in the past tended to support a lot of women's and children's charities. This year we're focused on kind of this elder care piece, but it's fascinating because as we start to talk about James L. West, almost everyone we talk to has a connection to dementia or to Alzheimer's, and so it becomes, you realize how many families are touched by these challenges, and to have this kind of a resource in the community is really important. We want people to know about it.
I appreciate that, and that's a topic people don't for whatever reason, they don't talk about a lot. But we do all have relatives who are older and dealing with this, and it's good to know there's a center that's doing proactive research in this area.
Yes.
Here in Fort Worth,
or we may. We're all going to get older. We don't know what that's going to look like, and to have these resources in the Fort Worth community. They've got their center. They also have the day drop off. So because, as you know, a lot of families can't necessarily. They still got to go work. I'm in the middle of that. I've got elderly parents and young children. Still have to go to work. But fortunately, my parents are healthy at this point. But there is other resources available for them, and James O. West is doing a great job of it.
So how much money have you guys raised? We were talking about these really kind of fun aspects of eating and drinking out, but this is a fundraiser. You guys have raised a lot of money. How much money have you raised, and who all have you helped so far?
Yeah, so last year we raised $76,000 for A Wish with Wings. This is our 9th year to do Foodie Philanthropy, and over the last 9 years we've raised close to $400,000. I'd have to look back at the exact number, but we've helped a lot of different charities. So we started with Girls Inc. and the Women's Center and Methodist Justice Ministry. We did one year the Greatest Gift Catalog, which impacted then all of the charities that they were supporting that year, which was really fun to amplify.
Taste Project. Which they really did a great story of just saying, they were the charity of choice the year of 2021, and so we were still of COVID. So we still had. The 2020 event was pre-COVID, and then we fortunately got out of that. But all the restaurant industries were hurting after COVID, and they credit getting themselves through and also getting the exposure that they are now opening a second location in Arlington.
So, wrapping up, what's changing about this program as you guys move forward? Do you have the same model every year? Are you expanding, or anything new that's kind of noteworthy this year moving forward?
I mean, I think the fun thing for me about this event is that it's a new charity every year.
Okay.
So every year we have a new focus, a new subject to talk about, to spread the word about, and a byproduct of that is we have new people that come into the event every year who are just particularly interested in that charity, and then we have our diehard foodies who've been with us from the very beginning, and so they could care less what the charity is. They just want to come have an amazing meal, and are happy for their money to go to the charity. So
You guys make it easy. Do you want to say one last thing?
I'll just say what I appreciate about this as you see it all come together is it's the testament of our community that Fort Worth, we have a giving restaurant community, a giving just public and that want to be involved in philanthropic efforts, and so it's kind of fun to put this event together, see everybody come together and understand this is what Fort Worth is about, and it's exciting, and we're just in a good city at a good time and with people that want to help and help others. So I like that.
Awesome. Well, folks, if you want to have fun and get out on the town, try a new restaurant, make some new friends, and know that your money is going entirely or almost entirely to charity.
Yeah, there's very little overhead, so yeah.
Then go to foodiephilanthropy.org.
Yeah.
Okay, grab your
I always
ticket.
stumble over that word still too.
I say it slow.
Foodie Philanthropy.
Still early today. We only had a little bit of coffee today, but Michael and John, it's been fun getting to know your backgrounds and your story about how this all started, and it's really exciting, and we look forward to participating this spring.
Thanks, Edward. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks.